Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights. I am JD, aka He Who Pods, aka Rearview Mirror today.
I'm Dash, aka Dashing D. And yeah, I don't. That's it.
Yeah.
Been a
I
long
did
day.
about to say some. Gotcha. I think he's about to give us a speech. I'm about to say, all right, tell us who you're endorsing for president.
Oh, that one's easy. That one's real easy. I don't even think anyone will question who I'd endorse.
Right. Robert Kennedy Jr.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I'm very pro-black woman. Okay. Even if I didn't believe in her, y'all wouldn't know it. Not right now. Nope.
That's right.
Nope. Because that's the mistake people are making. People think that we have enough time to debate whether we like her or not. We don't. So you know what? Here we go. Let's get it.
Yeah, let's do that. So
I am Dashing D, and I approve this message.
yeah, you are. Trying to pull it up, but a lot of ums right there. So there's an ODB doc coming out. It comes out apparently August 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So it's called Old Dirty Bastard: A Tale of Two Dirties. And it drops on August 25th. It says it's directed by Sam and Jason Pollard, and it's the first authorized film about the late Wu-Tang Clan member and one of rap's most iconic vocalists who died at 25. The documentary features interviews with Raekwon, Ghostface Killah, Mariah Carey, and ODB's family, along with never-before-seen footage of his home life. It explores his childhood, rise in rap, and struggles with legal issues, mental health, addiction, and fame.
I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, me too. You first.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think I've said it here before. I mean, ODB is my favorite member of the Wu-Tang Clan. So, I mean, he's not. I have like a top three. We don't need to get into that. But
I think most people have a top three of the 9 members.
right. But I'm just saying, you know, always loved how eccentric he was and how bold he was. And, you know, I mean, he gave us Me and Mariah.
That's right.
And shimmy, shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
how can you not love him? So, I think this is really cool. I don't know a whole lot about his life. I watched the Wu-Tang series that happened, but people say that wasn't totally accurate.
Yeah, they took a lot of what do they call it? Creative freedoms.
Yeah.
Creative license, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm curious about it. I would love to see it just because I feel like he's someone that I'm interested in and would want to know more about him. Um, so I'm curious to see how this goes. I'm sure they'll do right by him. Hopefully. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. I will be watching for sure.
Yeah.
Please don't disappoint me.
Oh, I'm about to say,
Not
please don't
you.
what? I'm
Not
about to say, please don't
you.
what? What did I do?
Well,
What did I do?
the last time we said we were excited about something, it wasn't good. So yeah.
Got you. Well, I'm excited. I think this is awesome that it is authorized. A lot of times people kind of do their own thing. So I think it's great that we're seeing something that him and his not him, but his people have approved and his people are involved with. I think this is long overdue. We get docs about all type of miscellaneous shit, and so one of our legends. I think it's a beautiful thing that we're gonna get this doc. And it seems like they're trying to cover all ground. So I think that's a beautiful thing. And I hope it comes out balanced like it sounds. You know what I mean? Even calling it a tale of two dirties says to me that they're trying to show us both sides of, this person,
Yeah.
and not just the fame and the glitz and the glamour.
Right.
So, I hope that it does come off as balanced as it sounds and it's not, only the glitz and the glamour or only the, bad stuff he struggled with.
Right.
So, we all have our demons, we all fight with different things, and we know that was also true of ODB. So I hope they don't just focus on that because some docs do that too. They'll give you like this much of the good stuff, and it'd be like 90% the bad stuff, and you're like, oh, all right, I guess. So I hope that it is balanced and we get to see, both sides of dirty equally. I hope it is a yin and yang situation. Because to me that's how that read. So I hope that's how it is. But I'm definitely gonna watch it. I think it's great that they're gonna they interviewed people who were close to him, people that worked with him, people he had an actual relationship. Um, and I think that's a really dope thing. So yeah, and I'm curious to see who else is involved. I know it says the directors, but since it says it's authorized, I'm curious who else is involved. His son is a young adult. He has other family members. Some of those other family members are Wu-Tang members.
Mhm.
So I'm curious to see the behind the scenes stuff too. Not necessarily footage behind the scenes, but who's involved with the film. Um, yeah, I guess that's the best way to say it.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah, yeah, me too. It didn't say where it's airing. I gotta find that out.
I feel like when we first read about it, it was Annie.
Okay, I gotta look into it because it didn't. That post didn't say. So
I think it was
I gotta
Annie.
look into it. Okay, well, we can find out and let people know. And people also have Google the same way we do. They can
I was just
they
about
can
to say,
find
no,
out and find it
nobody know
and find
nothing.
it your damn self.
Right. We gave you the information. Go forth and do what you do now.
Exactly.
We told y'all it was happening. That's enough. We'll get paid for this.
Mm,
Come back and tell them where it's gonna be. No, no.
Facts.
But let's talk about something else that someone will get paid for.
So Usher has announced that his show in Paris is going to be a film.
Mhm.
Um, it will be in theaters, um, nationwide,
Yep.
September 12th through 15th only.
Yes. And I believe tickets go on sale August 6th, if I'm not mistaken. See, we gave y'all that information. We didn't have to give y'all that either. But anyway, I had a really terrible day. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not like you're projecting on the pod,
I
Nah,
had a really awful day. But anyway,
it's
um,
not like you're channeling that energy into our broadcast.
at least I'm smiling.
Yep.
But
So come on, your fave, Usher, got
I'm
a
excited.
film.
I'm excited because I didn't get tickets to his show. I didn't see him in Vegas. I didn't see him in Paris. I'm not seeing him in the States as of right now. So I'm excited to see it. Although I feel like I heard that the Paris show was cool, but it wasn't like as good as when he's in the States. Um, so I don't really know. I mean,
Attack! Attack!
there's a fly in here. Oh my gosh. Someone please call 911.
Oh my god. What a pod.
Tell them I have been shut down. Sorry, anyway. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I would go see it. I mean, I think he should put it on streaming. I would be okay if it wasn't in theaters. The problem with these concerts going to movie theaters is that they're long. Like, they be on stage for like 3 hours, and it's a lot. Like, I get fatigued after a couple hours at the movies. I love going to the movies, but for something like that, where like it's just singing and dancing, I don't necessarily want to do that at the movies for 3 hours. So now, if it was like a double feature or whatever, and I'm just, at the movies watching movies, real movies, sure. But this is a little bit intense, being that I've previously gone to at least one or two of these. So, I, so I'm excited because it's Usher and he's my fave. But I also hope he brings this to streaming. One, so that I could watch it whenever I want to watch, because my favorite thing about him doing Tiny Desk is that I can watch it whenever I want to watch it. I can just go on YouTube and watch it, and I do. I want that with this. Like, this is a full blown show. I want to be able to see that whenever I want to see it. I don't just want to see it September 12th through the 15th. You know what I mean?
I'm listening.
I mean, do you know what I mean?
I think, um, yes, I know what you mean.
Right. So, I mean, I I say good for him. I feel like Usher's been on a good run. He's had a really good trajectory over the past year or so. Um, so more power to him. If anybody else at this time, if someone were to ask me like who during this time, could put out a concert film, he would be one of the people because he's been here, there, and everywhere for the past year or so. So yeah, go Usher. Do your thing. I don't. You look like you're stewing. I don't know why you're so quiet.
I'm letting you rock,
I
before I
mean,
get my hate off.
but we can chat. It's a podcast. You don't have
Nah,
to.
I didn't want to step
You
on
don't have to
you
wait
and
your turn
your.
and raise your hand like we're in a classroom.
I didn't want to, I know he's your favorite, and
Uh,
so I wanted you to be able to get your points out and speak about what you feel before I got my hate off.
okay.
Okay. Usher is a phenomenal artist. I'm very happy for him that he is thriving and making all the coins. And I'm sure he got paid to do this film. And so I'm happy that he is bringing in more money. I'm sure him and all the people at Gamma are very happy. And, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't think anybody asked for this film. I think Usher and Gamma are seeing the trend of Taylor Swift and Beyonce and the sold out movie theaters and saying, "Hey, we could do that too." And I'll be honest, I'm not excited about that. I'm less excited when I see that it's in theater for 3 fucking days.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I feel like they're gonna wait and see if it sells out, and then if it sells out, probably add additional days or something.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
I know
like
what
3 days,
Beyonce.
3 days. Like, come on, 3 days. It's ridiculous. And honestly, it's like when people do the drops.
Yeah. Oh, don't get me started on drops. I hate drops. I hate
But
drops.
that's what this is. This is a film drop.
It is a film drop, and that's why I said I would see it and didn't commit to seeing it. I don't know if you caught that, but
I did. I was not gonna say nothing. I was gonna, that's part of why I was being quiet. I was letting you get your shit off. Listen, I'm not. I have AMC A-list. I say it all the time. So this would be free for me, assuming it's in AMC theaters. I'm not going to see Usher in
It might not
theaters.
be.
Yeah, whatever. I'm
They
not
weren't
listening.
they weren't free when I'm only saying it
No,
because
you're right. You're
it
right.
wasn't
I forgot
free
that.
when
You are correct. When I took my daughter to see Beyonce, it was not free. You're right. But that's okay. I don't mind paying $20 for Beyonce and for my daughter to learn those things. And I'll be honest. I just thought about that. If my daughter said, "Dad, can we go see Usher?" I will take my daughter to see Usher. But if not, I am not going to see Usher for 3 days only. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be sold out, and I'm sure that's part of the gimmick here. That we had 3 sold out nights, just like all the sold out nights at the shows. Listen, we already saw all the clips of the show. I don't need to go to the theaters and sit with everybody singing and dancing in the aisles to fucking watch this. I don't. I don't. I'm cool. Thanks.
I don't like that. I find the earliest showing I can with the least amount of people.
Yeah, that's how you got to, and you got to know what theaters to go to. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Just got
Oh,
got got to go to certain theaters where the singing and dancing in the aisles is not happening. But no, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna be watching Usher ice skate. Excuse me, roller skate. On the big screen. No, I don't understand why this is happening. I don't think this is worth it. I wouldn't pay for it. If it's on streaming at some point, sure, I'll put my loudspeakers on and we could jam in the house. But no, I'm not going to the theaters to watch Usher. No.
I guess I'm a little confused by you saying you don't understand why it's happening because Usher's been everywhere.
No, no, no. I'm saying this 3 day thing. Like,
Oh,
if you want to do a film, then do a film. But no film is only available for 3 days. Like, do you think you're bigger than Beyonce and Taylor Swift? Like, I don't get it. Because clearly that's where this came from. Like, I think that's pretty clear. To me, this wouldn't exist without the Beyonce and Taylor Swift films and their success. So now it's a 3 day event. Like, Usher, stop. Like, we love you, but relax. Like, come on.
well,
If you're gonna put in theaters, then put in theaters. Like, let people go watch it and enjoy it. Like, I don't know if there's a demand for Usher for an Usher movie. I don't know. But even if there is,
well, it's
well, then
not an
let
Usher
people,
movie. Sorry, I was just gonna say it's not. It's a movie, but it's not a movie.
it's his
And
concert.
and Usher's concert was wildly expensive. I'm not saying it shouldn't have been priced that way, but it was incredibly expensive. Whether you went in Vegas, whether you went in Paris, whether you have tickets to go in the States. So there might be a demand for it just because people, I think, were interested in going, but maybe some people just didn't attend because they couldn't afford it. So this makes
Yes.
it a lot more accessible to everyone, you know?
Right, but not really because it's for 3 days.
Well,
Now, that's what I'm saying. The whole shit is weird to me. Like, I don't like it. I'm glad he's getting paid. I hope it sells out and he does well because I'm an Usher fan too. And I always am down with our people making money and doing new cool things. But as a fan, like Usher, what are we doing? Like, come on.
yeah.
I feel like this is the new wave because we saw the success of Taylor Swift and Beyonce. All right, so I could do it too. But you're not Taylor Swift and Beyonce. That's number one. Number two, if you're going to do it, then do it. Put it in theaters for all of September or all of the fall or whatever, like
Mhm.
3 days. Like, come on. What is this?
Okay. I understand.
Yeah. No. What did they say? It's a no for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you for that.
No problem, Bob. Let's speak about who it's a yes for.
Okay, sure. Let's do it.
Another legend. It's all legends today. All legends today. This is from ESPN. It's been all over the place, but let's just quote this. Is read off this ESPN thing. So Flava Flav is sponsoring the U.S. women's water polo team after learning players were working multiple jobs just to continue competing, despite winning 3 straight Olympic gold medals. After seeing on Instagram members of the U.S. women's water polo team worked multiple jobs to compete in the Olympics, Flava Flav stepped in to help the squad by providing financial support. And so there's some quotes here. I don't know if you want me to read them, but they're from various team members. Looks like mostly Maggie Steffens. I guess she's one of the people he knows, or maybe she's the leader of the team. I don't know. But she says, my teammates aren't just badass champions, but also teachers, business owners, coaches, physicians, assistants, and more. Most Olympians need a second or third job to support chasing the dream, myself included. Flava Flav says, as a girl dad, look at Flava Flav knowing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As a girl dad and supporter of all women's sports, I'ma personally sponsor you, my girl, whatever you need. And I'ma sponsor the whole team. My manager is in touch with your agent, and I'ma use all my relationships and resources to help y'all even more.
Okay.
That was him responding to to Maggie's post. Oh, Jay. Maggie put up that post, and this was Flava Flav's response to the post. ESPN just put it in a nice, little
Mhm.
visual situation.
Well,
Um, Go ahead.
I think that's really kind. I appreciate his altruism. Um, that's pretty cool. And yeah, a lot of things have been coming out of the Olympics and conditions and things like that. So um, I think it's really cool that he's getting involved. I know he's been over there and you know hanging out with all the folks. I mean, everybody seems to be there as far as celebrities go. Um, but I think that's a really cool thing to do. Um, so shout out to Flavor Flav
Yeah,
doing the
shout out
work,
to wait, what'd you say?
doing the work.
Doing the work. Absolutely. First of all, I would like to say shout out to Flava Flav because this is a beautiful thing. That's first and foremost. Second of all, I think it's a really sad state of affairs that people who have won the Olympics multiple times have to work so hard. And I don't mean work so hard training. I mean, on top of the training, also go and have 2 and 3 jobs to support themselves and get themselves to the Olympics. I didn't know stuff like that was going on. To me, this is not really the type of stuff we would normally talk about on weeknights. But I'm glad that we are via Flava Flav because I think one of the important things happening here is we are learning about the conditions of these super athletes
Yeah.
and how challenging it is for them. And they're repping the country and they're kicking ass and they should be rewarded with more than just a gold medal. Something should be done, I think. If we can give billions of dollars to Ukraine, then we can help our home athletes, our home heroes. I'm not the biggest Olympic watcher, biggest Olympic fan, but it's an important thing that happens, and they're representing the country. If they're representing the country and kicking ass for the country, then we could throw them a couple dollars, I would think, and
Yeah.
help them survive. I mean, this is crazy to me that they have to do this all on top of the training it takes to become such a top level athlete. The training it takes to become this type of athlete is no joke. Like, this is serious shit. This is lots and lots of training, and to have to work 2 and 3 jobs on top of that is wild. So I understand if you're a business owner and you're choosing to do certain things. I think that's a separate topic because she listed different things that they do. And I'm not even saying they shouldn't work. I'm not saying like they should just live luxurious free lives, but they shouldn't have to work 2 and 3 jobs. Like, come on, this is ridiculous.
And then
Um,
then when they get there, the conditions aren't great. I
yeah,
heard.
I heard of the AC ban.
What was that?
The AC ban.
No, I was gonna say I believe it's Coco Gauff who said that the beds are like cardboard.
Mm,
Someone she had to borrow a mattress pad from someone. And I was like, these are the world's elite athletes.
right,
And I mean, I guess you just always assume that people are having better experiences
right.
and, because they're considered to be the elite. So you just
Yeah.
assume that they're taken care of. And
Right.
some of the reports that are coming out of this, like of the Olympics, it's just like, oh, is this what's going on over there? It's like, what
Yeah,
incentive do you have as an athlete to return
right.
if this is how it is between trying to get there and not being able to afford getting there or afford accommodations or things like that? But yeah, I heard a lot of and then getting there and the conditions are what they are. I heard a lot of them had to like are not even staying in the accommodations that were provided for them because they're not good.
That's sad. That's a sad state of affairs. And once again, I think Flava Flav is the man for doing this.
Yeah.
And I love that he said, I'm going to use my friends and my relationships and my resources,
Hmm.
because that's really what should be. That's really what we're supposed to do when we reach a certain stature, right? We're supposed to say like, hey, oh, your family needs mattresses. Oh yeah, I got to connect that 1-800 mattresses. That's
Hmm.
my boy. My boy is the owner of 1-800 mattresses, so we're
Yeah.
gonna get y'all the best mattresses possible for free or for a discount or donation or whatever. And so I think that the fact that he's using his resources, his network to help on behalf of America really is a beautiful thing. And I also love that this is happening from a hip hop star, a hip hop legend, because we see that like the billionaires step in and do this when they feel like it. I think it's great that we're seeing someone who's not a billionaire and is saying like, oh no, this is wrong. This shouldn't be happening. And I'm gonna do what I need to do to make sure that this changes. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I think that's what should be happening. And I wish we heard more stories like this and less about, H0es for H0es. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
my point is, I'm saying that we focus on the negative and we need more positive stories, is my point.
Yeah, I agree.
People are trying to take a rally and demonize it and make it a bad thing. But there's a lot of positive stuff happening in the world, and Flava Flav's story should be getting highlighted more. And we should be having more positive stories like this. And I see a celebrity using his celebrity to do something positive. I think that's what we should be seeing more of.
I agree. I do want to give a really quick thought on what you mentioned,
H0es
though.
for H0es.
Goes for hers.
Let's
The
get it.
the the funny thing about people being upset about Megan the Stallion twerking at the rally or doing whatever I didn't watch the whole thing, but
She
I read
performed.
I
She
read that she
performed Savage.
was twerking. The thing that is wild to me is that people aren't considering that the reason Megan the Stallion was there and why she's important to something like this. She's been she's been active in supporting efforts against gun violence. She's been active in promoting better mental health and dealing with mental health issues. There's a list of things that Megan the Stallion contributes to the conversation. So a performance is a performance is a performance as far as I'm concerned. Like, it's a rally and the DNC is coming. Like, y'all gonna see more performances. It's not. What gets me is that if it was dry and boring, everybody would say it was dry and boring. They tried to make it entertaining and reach you on the level that most of us are at, where we're just normal people who live our lives and have a good time and are entertained by music, and turn it into something completely crazy. And if you do a little bit more research, not you, but if you do a little bit more research on Meg the Stallion and the platforms uh, that she is involved with, you'd see where there's alignment between Vice President Harris's campaign and her.
Well, let's take it further than that. The other candidate pays hookers and prostitutes and porn stars to have sex with them.
Exactly.
And the person who's currently their champion is an ex-stripper, an OnlyFans model, and she sells sex toys. I have no beef with Stormy Daniels. I have no beef with I have no beef with Amber Rose. But my thing is, let's call spades spades. The woman performing and getting cheered on stage is only being picked on because of your strict Christian conservative views.
Right.
And that's fine. But you're also choosing to ignore those strict conservative Christian views because you want Amber Rose to say, vote for the president.
Right.
Excuse me, make this guy president. So listen, if you can have Amber Rose, if you can fuck prostitutes, if your wife can be in Playboy, then Meg Thee Stallion can twerk fully clothed on stage.
And she was fully clothed. She wasn't even in her usual Supergirl costumes that she wears. She's usually in some sort of like, I feel like she purposely has like costumes that look like, I guess, anime characters or superheroes. That's because that's
Not
her thing.
superheroes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. On behalf of the superhero community, I have to put a pause on that. There's no superhero costumes for Meg. You seen her in superhero costumes?
I don't mean an actual Wonder Woman costume or an actual Catwoman costume. I just mean if you look at her clothing that she wears, it clearly is inspired by her interests.
Got it. Okay, that I understand. But
So
yes,
like
she was fully
bodysuit
clothed.
and all of that stuff, that comes from the fact that she's into those things.
Got it. Yeah, I agree. But she was fully clothed. She was actually in like they made it look like a business suit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, whatever. I think people are stupid, but that's my personal opinion. So,
Oh, I agree. My thing is, like I said, let's call spades spades.
yeah.
If y'all can have this list of raunchy things going on, if y'all can have ties to these adult entertainers, that's or sex workers, then the young lady can perform and twerk. Mind you, I'm the twerk hater, but I'm just saying, let's call spades spades.
There's people want a reason to complain. I don't care for twerking. I don't go and twerk everywhere I go, but I'm also not mad at people who are doing it in the name of fun. Like it's so silly. Such a silly thing to get caught up on when there's so many other important things to address. It's like, what are we like in this whole respectability respectability politics thing that we do, and we move the goalposts depending on who it is? Like, it's silly. It's all nonsense to me.
I agree, and my final thought is they might have fucked up because host for Harris on Twitter, people are getting behind it in a positive way, and if the sex workers get behind Kamala Harris, it's gonna be crazy for y'all.
Right.
Mind you, I'm not Democrat or Republican. I'm just sitting here with the popcorn.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. This has been Weeknights.
Bye.